Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel English Lovers. I am Dr. Yashwant Handibag. In this video, I am going to teach you countable nouns. Friends, learning the difference between countable and uncountable nouns is a very important topic because it affects the way we use articles, the words like much and many, a little and a few, some and any. Also, we commit many grammatical mistakes when we don't know the difference between countable and uncountable nouns. Okay, let us move to the topic. You might know that there are two types of nouns, countable nouns and uncountable nouns. So let us see what are countable nouns. Countable nouns are things we can count. So we can say one banana, two bananas, etc. You can use these countable nouns with numbers like 1, 2, 3, etc. For example, one car, two cars, three men, four houses, etc. A countable noun can be singular, that is one, or plural, that is more than one. So singular nouns, a car, my car, the car, a dog, an apple. So in all these examples, we see that the car noun and dog and apple, they are in singular. Plural nouns, cars, two cars, some cars, the cars, dogs, apples. So here all the nouns like cars, dogs and apples, they are used in plural. So friends, I have made a separate video on singular and plural nouns which you can watch by clicking on the top right corner of your screen. Examples here are given. I have got a car. There aren't many cars in the car park. New cars are very expensive. So in the first example, the noun car is in singular, and in the next two examples, the same noun is used in plural. That is singular countable noun, a car, and plural countable nouns, cars. You can use these singular countable nouns with articles a or an. These are indefinite articles, and here we need to remember one rule, that the nouns that start with consonant sound, they take article a before them, like a beach, a student, a banana, a cup, a plate, a potato, etc. And the nouns that start with a vowel sound, they take article an in front of them, like an apple, an egg, an umbrella, an Here this noun which starts with letter H, but the sound is a, so we say R, we say R, so a sound is vowel sound. So the nouns that start with vowel sound, they take article an in front of them. So here are some examples. We can't get in without a key. He's eating an apple. I need a new car. So you can see that and an, it depends upon the consonant or vowel sound. So next is, we cannot use singular countable nouns alone. So in order to use these singular countable nouns, you need either a or an or the, or there are some determiners like my, your, his, her, etc. The examples, I want a banana. So you can't say I want banana. You need some of the determiner here. There has been an accident, not there has been accident. So you need again some determiner. She never wears a hat. What a beautiful day. So here in all these examples, some of the determiners are used. Next is, we can use plural countable nouns alone. They don't need determiners sometimes. I like bananas. Accidents can be prevented. So both of them, bananas and accident, they are plural countable noun, but they can be used without determiners. We use a or an to say what kind of thing or person, something or somebody is. For example, a dog is an animal. Amit's father is a doctor. Are you a good driver? Jim is a really nice person. What a lovely dress. So here in all these examples, these articles, either a or an, they tell what kind of thing or person is. For example, Amit's father. So what kind of person Amit's father is? So he is a doctor. Next is, we say that somebody has a long nose or a nice face or a strong heart, etc. For example, Jack has got a long nose. We don't say the long nose, we say a long nose. Remember to use a or an when you say what somebody's job is. So in order to tell what somebody does, what is his job, we use article a or an. For example, Sandra is a nurse. Raghav is a farmer. Would you like to be an English teacher? So here in all these examples, we see that these articles a and an, they tell us the job of those persons. That Sandra is a nurse. In the same way, the two next examples. We can use some and any with plural countable nouns. So remember, some and any can be used with plural countable nouns. Here, sometimes some means a number of, a few of, or a pair of. We see some examples. We sang some songs. Did you buy any apples? I have seen some good films recently. So here in these examples, we sang some songs. In the three examples, we see that these songs, apples and films, they are all plural countable nouns and they can take some or any. But sometimes some can be some but not all. So it has a meaning but not all. How that meaning is, let us see. Some children learn very quickly. So here it means that not all children learn very quickly. Okay, so you see that some, it has meaning not all, and children is here plural countable noun. In the same way, some police officers in India carry guns, but most of them don't. So here too, some is used with these police officers, which is plural countable noun, and here too some means but not all. We use many and few with plural countable nouns. We say we didn't check many photographs. So here many is used with plural countable noun, which is photographs. Next is I have a few jobs to do. Here too jobs is plural countable noun and few is used with it. Some nouns are sometimes countable and sometimes uncountable. So here we see with example a cake. Now here cake is a countable noun, singular countable noun. When we say some cakes, so here cakes is plural countable noun, but in the next example we see some cake or a piece of cake. So here when we say some, so here cake becomes or a piece of cake. So here a cake becomes uncountable noun. So we see that cake is countable noun here in these two examples, here singular countable, here plural countable, but in the next example it is uncountable noun. Next is a paper and some paper. Let us see with examples. I want something to read. I am going to buy a paper. So here a paper means newspaper. So here paper has come as a countable noun. But see in the next example, I want to make a list. I need some paper or a piece of paper, not paper. So do not use here paper. If you use paper, it is wrong because here paper is uncountable noun. That's why some paper or a piece of paper. Coffee, tea, beer, juice, etc. So these are all drinks and they are normally uncountable nouns. So here in this example, I don't drink coffee very often. So here coffee is uncountable noun, but it can be countable noun in certain context. So when you think it as a cup of or a glass of, so in this example, see it can be an order in a restaurant. 2 coffees and an orange juice, please. So here the coffee is uncountable in the above example. So here it becomes countable in this context. Even juice is uncountable, but here it becomes countable noun in this particular. Let us recap. What did we learn? We learned types of nouns. There are 2 types of nouns, countable and uncountable. What is countable noun? The nouns that we can count. We can use countable nouns with numbers like 1, 2, 3, etc. Countable noun can be singular or plural, for example, car, cars, house, houses. A or an can be used with singular countable noun, depending upon the nouns whether they start with consonant sound or vowel sound. We can use plural countable nouns alone, like I like bananas. Use a or an to say what kind of person or thing is. For example, Amit's father is a doctor. Then we saw use a or an to tell what somebody's job is. For example, he is a doctor, she is an engineer, in the same way. Use some, any, many, few with plural countable nouns. We saw many examples. Then some nouns are sometimes countable and sometimes uncountable. Here also we saw the example of cake, a cake and some cakes. So here cake, cakes, it is a countable noun. But when we say a piece of cake, it is uncountable noun. A paper and some paper. So here a paper is countable noun. And when we say some paper, it is uncountable noun. Coffee, tea, beer, and juice, they are usually uncountable nouns, but in certain contexts, they can be countable nouns. So friends, I hope that you enjoyed this lesson and learned a few things about countable nouns. Friends, let me know your comments in the comment section below. If you liked this lesson, give it a thumbs up by hitting the like button. If you are new to my channel, remember to subscribe by clicking the subscribe button to get my latest lessons right here on YouTube. Enjoy learning, and I'll see you in another lesson soon.